Hello guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrappin' 2, and today I'm going to color this kimono Marcy, and I'm going to color it with Inktense pencils. I'm going to show you how I colored it using the Inktense pencils. This right here was colored with my Copics, and this was colored using the Inktense pencils. Of course, there's a difference between the two, but I just wanted to show you guys other ways to color these images without using the alcohol markers. So let's get started. And I put that orange mark there so that I would be in frame, because sometimes I realize that I'm not in frame when I zoom in. So this is a digital image that I purchased, and it was printed on a regular Nina Solar white cardstock. This is not a watercolor paper, and I'm using this 24 set of the Inktense pencils. And you don't need much colors to color it. So I'm going to start with her skin, and I have this tiny synthetic brush with my water. So this color is Baked Earth, and I'm just putting a slight areas where I want the shade to be a little bit darker. And here now I'm liquefying the pencils. Because the Inktense pencils are very vibrant, you want to use a little bit and see how the color is going to be. So now I'm putting the brush onto directly to the pencil to get some color to even out her skin tone. So I'm using this synthetic brush because it doesn't hold that much water, because you don't want to add too much water. You just want just enough to liquefy the colors. As you can see over here, look at that red. It's like super bright. And I tried to go back over it using the Baked Earth to kind of tone it down a little bit, but that's what I mean by adding the colors with the Inktense, because it is very intense. So for the cheeks, I used chili red. That's why it was so dark. And for her hair, I'm using three different colors. I'm using ink black, charcoal gray, and bark. So at first I went in with the charcoal gray, and then I put some bark in between where I want the like a shine of her hair to be, and this right here is black. I think I spent the most time on her hair because I wanted to make her hair black, but I didn't want to color the entire thing with the black. So here again, I'm liquefying the two colors. That was bark and charcoal gray. And now I'm liquefying the black. So of course the black is where the darkest I want it to be. So I go back and forth to achieve the color that I want. And I'm slightly kind of mixing the two colors right there. But I do want those areas where I put the black to be darker than the rest of her hair. And here I'm putting some more of the black because the paper is slightly wet. The black is really intense. The thing about Inktense pencils is you can color like watercolor pencils, but once they're dried, they're permanent. And to me, I feel like this is kind of like ink on pencil, because you can use it in so many different ways. So now I'm making it darker. This is bark, and I'm really putting pressure to kind of color in her hair. And now I'm going in with the dark black. This is ink black. and I'm kind of shading the areas where I want it to be darkest. And that's done. Now I'm going to work on our kimono, and I'm using, this is chili red. Again, I'm going in where I want the darkest to be. So around the sides, under her arm, and inside of the kimono. And again, I'm kind of liquefying the center first because I don't want the entire thing to be just red. I want to have some highlights. So I'm putting the highlights toward the center. So with the Inktense, like I said, once it's dried, it's permanent. So you can go over it again with different color, or you can go over it with the same color. I mean, there's a lot of options. And again, this is not a watercolor paper, so if you use the watercolor paper, and of course then you can really blend more with water. But I had this already printed out on regular paper, and I wanted to try using the Inktense pencils on regular paper. And I like the way it turned out. So if you don't have alcohol markers, you can always use regular color pencils or watercolor pencils or whatever you have to color in the images. So now I think I added chili red. I'm sorry, the first one was poppy red. It's a little bit darker red, and I kind of put it where I want the shade to be. So because you're adding a little bit of water to it, the paper kind of bends a little bit, but you can bend it back. And because you're not adding too much water, the paper doesn't peel up. So I used the same colors for her lips and her little tie on her bun. And now for this part, I'm using charcoal gray. So first I lay on the lighter color, and then I go back again to give more highlights. You can also use a blender pen as well. And now I'm gonna work on her umbrella. Sorry, my voice is So I'm using 3 different colors for the umbrella. I'm using sun yellow, tangerine, and also mustard. So I wanted kind of like a yellowy umbrella here. So because it's 24 set, I mean, you only have so much to work with, so you can get really creative here. I do have the 72 set, but this was more portable. Here I'm putting willow. It's like a lighter shade of brown. And that finishes my coloring. I hope you enjoyed, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.